running back Braden Dunkerson, number 12th in his class overall in Texas for rushing yards. What kind of importance does he bring to this team, and how do you plan on utilizing him tonight?
Well, I think, consistency for us and being able to have a run game. We've struggled with that the last couple of years where we've had to put people in and out, and he came in as a sophomore, and took his bumps, his bruises, but he was able to have a great spring and then definitely had a great summer where he was able to give us that threat on the run and, open up the passing game. That's kind of our hope tonight, so we're hoping that we are able to maybe they'll load up the box a little bit more and give us a chance to get it out to Derek Torres and those receivers who are just waiting to make some impact plays tonight.
Yeah, so last game, or earlier you talked about last game, took a little bit of time to build up that momentum. How do you plan on kind of adjusting and letting that start earlier so you don't fall behind and have to come back, that sort of thing?
One of the things that we talked about is that, we won the toss, and we decided to go defense first. But I really think right now that the strength of our team is our offense. So I think if we get a chance to, win the toss, we're probably going to go see us on offense first. That's kind of the game plan, but that always changes depending on how coaches feel. But definitely give our team an opportunity to get started fast. And at the same time, we also know that we've got to manage the clock like we did against Snyder towards the end there and do a good job of keeping their offense off the field because they do a great job and they are explosive. So we definitely want to keep them at bay.
Coach, y'all are moving to 2-1 on this season. Again, that 1-point win over Snyder. Just talk about the momentum that gives your boys going into this week when, we were talking off camera, moving to 3-1.
The hope is continuously has always been the focus will always be to get better week in and week out and to improve on the things that we need to improve on. I think the focus for us was to play 4 quarters this week and to, start fast, but to also finish and to play an entire football game. And that's kind of the goal for tonight. Regardless of the score, the goal is to get better at the same time, improve on the things that we need to get improved on, and get ready for a competitive, tough district that comes up after our open week goes.
And then, turning the focus, Tascosa, they're sitting at 1-2, but they're historically a tough team. What are the keys to coming out on top with this one?
Well, for us, is definitely continuously to move the ball and to do the things that we need to do offensively and eliminate the big plays, contain quarterback, for Lakeview and do that and keep them at focus, keep him, whether he doesn't scramble and make big plays like the gentleman from Snyder did. So I think it's just it's fundamentals and just getting better at what we're trying to get done and improve on the things that we need to improve on.
Coach, I'm going to go into a little bit more about that kid from Lakeview because he is in a situation where he's a sophomore. He's stepping in for an injured quarterback. Lakeview has now found that they can throw the ball and pretty much score at will when everything's clicking. I know that the Westerners have had a little bit of problem with the big play earlier in the season. How do you stop the big play from happening?
And that was a great question, by the way. And I think that's one of the things that we focused in our practice is to put our kids in stressful situations, to make them cover a little bit longer than they normally do. And I think that's kind of what happens to us with Snyder is they lost track of the receivers. It wasn't that they were doing anything scheme-wise, that were hurting us, but we just lost receivers when they get their eyes off the kids. So we worked a lot on our training our eyes, doing the things that we need to get done, our fundamentals of being a corner and a safety, staying on your receivers until the play's over. And I think if we can improve that, I think we have the kids that can definitely cover and hopefully not necessarily eliminate those big plays because you're going to have a gentleman that can do them, but narrow them down.
And, Coach, this last one's going to be a little bit more personal because I know that you and Coach Guevara are really good friends. Is there a little bit more of a rivalry, like whoever wins this game every year, is a little bit more smack-talking throughout the rest of the offseason?
No, none at all. Hector and I are just become really good friends since we've both been on this side of town. That's what I call it. And he's been very inviting to me that I moved up to West Texas. We know a lot of the same people. So we're good friends basically throughout the whole state. We've got people that we know amongst one each other, and we both care about one another. And we care about our kids. And I know he loves his kids down there because, he talks about them, and just like I love ours. And so I think it's more just a line that we feel that we're both going to get better, playing each other, that we're going to be competitive. But we're also going to keep each other safe and do the things that are right for our kids and our program.
All right. Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thanks,
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.